Okay. You see a green light, which means that my microphone is actually on, which means that you can hear my shit. Mix it up. Hi. I had paused to mix it up, which is why it didn't go off when you said hi. Okay. So, made a couple of changes to the stream stuff over the last week or so. So we'll see how those go. So far, nothing is immediately breaking, so we like that. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. I was dressed like that. I was working on a quest that required me to change my clothing. Let's see. We'll keep the glasses, we'll keep the jeans. Let's see. Go with the t-shirt. Go with the jacket. Take off the backpack. Cool. I think that'll work. Change shoes too. Let's see. Actually, we'll go with the hoodie. And we'll go with the sneakers. Cool. I like that. Now, what's in the mail? Dreamlight Parks Fest begins. Get ready to bring the fun and wonder of Disney parks to your valley with the Dreamlight Parks Fest. Participate and get exclusive prizes, furniture to decorate your very own valley theme park, and prized popcorn buckets that take the fun to the next level. Okay, so we've got 19 days for that. Don't have any activations. I picked up all of this stuff. Events, we got that. All villagers. Okay. So somebody pointed out to me in another stream, in Sunny in the Shade stream, if you follow her, which if you don't, you definitely should. Um, there is a mobile app that lets you track like daily gifts and things like that outside of the game so that you don't have to sit here and go back and forth to the menu every time you need to do something. So, we're going to go through really quick and just set the um, items that I need to get. Hi, Kimchalada. Why is this not working? One second. Okay, so the lights are working. That's good. Sunnies, thank you so much for the resub for your 3 months. I really appreciate it. Um, Mix it up. Mix it up. There we go. So yeah, I was playing with the lights. Those are working. We like that. I have a feeling I probably just broke a connection somewhere or something. Okay. Commands are unpaused. Chat's working. All right. So. Dogs. All right. Now. Okay, that's still there, so. Sorry, everybody. I don't know.
What's that? This, my friend, is a
That's
pint.
working again.
It comes in pints? Oh. I can get you one.
You've had a whole half already.
You know, it wouldn't be a stream if there wasn't something that was busted.
Did you take one of my eggs? Go in your mouth.
What's that? This, my friend.
These are not Joanna eggs.
So I need to make sure that those.
Witch! I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. But after what you just said, I'm not even sure I want to be that anymore.
You never had it so good.
Okay, now things are working. So restarting Mix It Up appears to have fixed a bulk of that. I'm going to write myself a note to fix the commands not overrunning each other so that whenever people play those, they actually work correctly. I owe Sunny a hydrate. So we're not drinking water tonight. We're trying Sprite plus tea. So apparently this has been a meme on the internet for a little while. I'm a big consumer of Sprite when I drink soda, which I've been trying to cut back on actually. But apparently you take a tea bag, you shove it into a Sprite, and you let it basically brew the tea in the Sprite. Kind of an interesting combination. It sounds intriguing. It's still caffeine free, which works for me, assuming you use caffeine free tea, which Sprite actually made it an official drink for this summer. So it's Sprite plus tea. I had a sip earlier. Wim, why are we going to have words? What happened? What did I miss? I didn't do it. While I wait for her to respond, she's in playing Fortnite with the girls, so she may or may not respond in a minute. In the meantime, you know, it's interesting. It's not bad. It's kind of an interesting flavor. Like I don't like sour lemon in my regular tea. In general, I don't have a problem with lemon, but I don't like it in my tea. But the lemon plus the lime plus the tea is definitely interesting. And when that color is not actually missing, you just there's things that you have to do to trigger that, and yeah, you'll have to figure out what it is. So the reason that the options are currently kind of limited is because I'm using the free version of, what is it, Lumia Streams? Yeah, Lumia Stream, just to try it out, see how it works. Um so it's like I get 3 channel point redemptions, and then I get like 8 color settings that I could use as commands. Um so if I end up paying for it, then I can get more. Excuse me. Yeah, if I end up paying for it, I can get more. I need to look and see how much it is. It's working, so I like that. Now the next question is going to be, how much do I actually want to keep doing it? I do like the color idea. I think it's really cool. So if it's something that I end up using, then we would get more color options. But as for right now, channel point redemptions, you get red, green, and blue. And then, yeah, there's other things that you can do in the stream that will produce other colors. Let's see. So yeah, you yeah, so like I said, I could tell you what it is, but I'm not gonna. You have to figure it out. So while we're doing that, like I said, there is a mobile app that you can use to put in what everybody's daily gift is, and then you can check off if you've given it to them. You can check off if you've had your daily conversation. I don't know what the scramble coins are. I think that's something from one of the expansions, which I have not picked up yet, very intentionally. Daisy Elsa. It's in kind of a weird order because I don't, like, I'm going in order, and I don't see Fairy Godmother in here. Oh, because it's the Fairy Godmother. Noted.
What's
Hi,
that?
Rudy. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day.
It's a pint. It comes in pints.
Oh.
I can get you one.
You've had a whole half already.
Okay, characters. Fairy Godmother. Her gifts today are... No, I haven't given it to her yet. No problem, Sonny. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for the resub. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful night. Sleep well. I hope one of the girls does not take over your bed. Okay. So, Fairy Godmother wants sweet herring, blue star, lily, and shiny amethyst. So that's one thing that there's not pink. I'm pretty sure that there is pink. Thank you very much, Sunny in the shade. See, now you figured it out because I showed you the way. Yeah, it's not currently listed as a channel point redemption, but there's since it's still the free version, I can only have 3 channel point redemptions, but I can have like commands that do different colors. Like I think I can only have 8 right now as well. But since it seems like y'all are gonna have fun with this, I'll probably Uh, Rainbow is not one, unfortunately. I'll put together a list. Um, yeah, I'll put together a list. I think the closest to Rainbow you're gonna get is that. So, yeah. So it. I think we're definitely gonna end up purchasing a license for this. Um, and then that way I can like customize the commands and stuff too. Okay. You know what? Just for Sunny, can I add okay. So when I get the yeah, when I get the paid version, I can add like multiple aliases for colors. So I will make sure that specifically for Sunny, I can add Pink, and I will make sure that she is the only one who can use that specific color. Sunny, I was probably already going to look at doing the extra anyway. Um, so yeah, it won't be just for that. It will be for general use because it's really cool, and I will add all the variations of Pink necessary, and I will make sure that only Sunny can use. If I need to, I'll make sure that only Sunny can use the aliases. Everybody else just has to type standard Pink. So, yeah, it's yeah, there's nothing here that would be terribly you know what? No. What's this other one? You're very welcome, Sonny. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming by. Have great sleeps. Yeah, that's not that great. Um yeah. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be a thing that we're gonna do. Meanwhile, let's get back to like actually doing this. Okay, so we got those. Mirabelle. Mirabelle. Snow White's gooseberry, not Snow White's gooseberry pie. Oh, walleye. It would help if I could type. Walleye and papiote. And shiny emerald. Shiny. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I probably should have done this before I started stream, but you know what? It's okay. Anna. Anna Latkes. Pumpkin soup. White impatience. Okay, I'm not going to worry about Kristoff because he's already level 10. But Elsa. Onion. Pumpkin puffs. Elsa wants all the puffs today. White passionately. Okay. Skipping Kristoff. Olaf. Olaf gift 1 is a garnet. That's a brick. Because he wants to build a brick house. See, I wish that there was like an API to be able to do this so that I wouldn't have to sit here and like I want to be able to just open the app, have it tell me which ones I want. Look at Stitch. Okay. Plank house leak. Shiny tourmaline. And crystal. Okay. Daisy. White marsh milkweed. Shiny amethyst. White passion lily. Donald is level 10. Goofy. And like, I wonder, since this is the first time using this app, I wonder if it's like there's a specific rotation. And once I get all of the first days entered, it like automatically can update. That's probably not the case, but I can dream. Minnie Mouse, gift one. Orange star lily. And orange star lily. Halloween gingerbread cookies and green passion lily. Okay. Scrooge is level 10, so I'm going to leave him alone. Maui. It's not what brings us together today. Root beer. I really wish I was better at coding, because then I might be able to look at building something like this for myself. Wanna. White and red hydrangea. My spinach puffs. Is looking for Kronk's spinach puffs. And a pike. Okay. Rami. Yeah, see, like this is already taken almost a half hour. Because the next set of ads are already about to start. Coconut ice cream. Onion. Sakimaki. Gothel. Lobster roll. Cucumber. Potato leek soup. Scar. Who, he's probably the one that I really need to focus on, just because he's kind of blocking. He is one of the characters that is blocking me from finishing the main storyline. Pickled herring. walleye. And anglerfish. Ariel. Hank bromeliad. Ratatouille. And fabric. Tiana. Peanut butter sandwich. Woman after my own heart. Peanut butter sandwich, teriyaki salmon, and pan-fried anglerfish. Merlin's level 10. Not going to worry about him. Jack Skellington wants boba tea. Tourmaline. And a leek. Wally. Which he's almost done. Let's see. Wally. Topaz. Red bell. Flour and rice. Okay. And Vanellope. Plain snow cones. Good thing she doesn't want the yellow ones. Maguro sushi. And red nasturtium. Okay. Okay, so there is a way to filter those messages, so that's good. It looks like we hit an ad break. See? And that's, yeah, so don't want to do that. Don't want to have to do that at the beginning of every stream, so definitely we'll look at getting a better setup moving forward, but it does make it a little bit easier for now. Where is the poker chip coming from? I'm going to guess this is, oh, this is the event thing.
Greetings.
All right. Maybe it's because you're a jerk to everyone, which is absolutely true. Scar is a jerk. Make him a better throw rug. If I'm uncivil, it's because I'm not appreciated. No, it's because you're a jerk. If only I were given what I deserve, life here would be sublime. Well, there's a pretty significant difference between what you think you deserve and what you actually deserve. What do you think you deserve? Respect. Everybody deserves some level of respect until they lose it. This guy has lost it. Admiration and to be made king of all I survey. Everyone would benefit, I assure you. Don't think so.
Never turn your back on me.
But do I have anything that he wants? Sweet. Okay. See, and I don't want to have to sit here and be back and forth on my phone the whole time either. Scar. We had the daily discussion. We gave him the walleye.
Oh.
Let's hang out because I'm pretty sure I have an anglerfish in my house. Gonna worry about that because that's Merlin. Not gonna worry about that because that's Kristoff. Not gonna worry about that because Donald is level 10. Okay. Who else we got stuff in here for? Like, nothing else in there that's gifts for people. Kristoff's very level 10. Wally. Got that for Maui. I got that for Wally, and I got that for Maui. Okay.
This village smells like magic?
Remy?
Is that a thing?
Definitely a sweet person.
Woohoo! This place is no Paris, but I can work with it.
Bonjour. I have an onion I can give you.
Oh! Hope to
Okay.
see you soon.
And Maui's in here, Bonuelos. So I can give that to him, because I'm pretty sure I have everything for it. Yep, autofill.
Maui always has time for his fans. Okay, see ya. Oh, yeah. Huh? Thanks, kid.
Alright, do I have... I have the spinach for him.
Whoop-a-doo!
Have... No, okay.
All right, Maui out.
Recipes. Root beer. while you're here. So I'll give you that. Okay, got him to level 9, so that's nice. Alright, done with you for the moment. Okay, so we'll do some mining too, even though Scar, that's not what Scar's perk is for. Because it'll at least keep giving me stuff. So, okay, now that we're doing this and we're kind of settled in, how is everybody's week going so far? Hannah, if you're still here hanging out, I'm so sorry to hear that you were not feeling well earlier. I hope your evening has improved. Some days you just, you know, you can't do it. And that's totally okay. I think we all have those days where it's like we just don't want to do anything. I absolutely know how that feels.
Well, what do you know?
Mickey, I feel like I have something for you.
Whoopee!
But we'll at least talk to you. Something to give you, Mickey.
Ooh, boy, am I glad to see you. I really lucked out. My
Okay, he
neighbors
was
are
already
great.
at level 10.
Goodbye. Remember, I love you. Hello.
Let's see. Green Passion Lily was Minnie.
Amazing day.
Alright, got her leveled up another level, so that's always nice. Kristoff is level 10, so we're not going to worry about giving him anything. Wally, I think we're about to finish off. Between the daily conversation. I have something to give you. It's rice. We're so close. I have another gift for him. Red bellflower. No. No. I'll have to come back to him. Scar, did I already give you... I think I already gave you a walleye. I did, yeah. Donald is already level 10. Scrooge.
neighbor.
We've decided it's high time to bring back the Dreamlight Parks Fest. Tell me more, tell me more. Before the forgetting, the Dreamlight Parks Fest was an annual festival here in the valley. For a few weeks, the entire place becomes one giant amusement park. Very interesting. There are special treats to bake and share, collectible popcorn buckets, festival decorations to put up, and prizes aplenty. Sounds like a great time. Oh, it is. I cannot wait for you to experience it. Bless Me Bagpipes, the first Dreamlight Parks Fest in ages. It'll be a huge success, or my name's not Scrooge McDuck. Okay, couple of books. 4, 5.
Hey, I've got a job for you.
I'm listening. Dreamlight Parks Fest is a splendid opportunity to freshen up the village. It'll help everyone get in the festive spirit, and I have some exclusive blueprints for new furniture if you're interested. First, you'll have to gather supplies. Here, I've got a list of what we'll need. Now, don't dally.
Thank you kindly.
Okay.
Mustn't stay.
Oh, we've got... Stitch Cupcake recipe. Spaceship Earth Cupcake recipe. Princess Aurora Raspberry Cake recipe. Mermaid Cupcakes. And Mini Cupcakes. Minnie the character, not Minnie, like small cupcakes. All right, decorate. Ooh. It's a lot of ingredients. I'm not talking to the squirrel. It just sounded very Veruca Salt there for a second. Daddy, I want the squirrel. Kristoff, move. Ooh, another part of a memory. We like finding those. Looks like part of the Vanellope racetrack memory. Any more Scar? Nope, you done? Okay. Okay. Stitch, I think I have something for you.
Yes, model citizen.
And I'll have a daily conversation anyway. Help Stitch check goodness level. I can do that. Wait quietly and don't eat all the ice cream and get chocolate with rainbow sprinkles.
Oh, sunshine.
That's a good lad, Stitch.
Hello.
Something to give you, I think. Crystal Tourmaline House Leak. Don't think I have any of those for you. Not at the moment. Come back and find me later.
Thank you.
Why, I couldn't have created a lovelier day myself.
Pick those up. And harvest some apples here. Ooh, there we go. One-star meal, 2 gifts. That is a lot of apples.
Say, have you seen my pal, Donald Duck?
I was not like I knew that there were character interactions. I didn't know that they would still randomly happen, even if I wasn't like specifically next to them. So that's kind of funny, and I love that they do that. Missed him. Okay, do some shoveling. Scar, you can level anytime now, buddy. Later, I need to remember to check and see how much I've been reading Fourth Wall, thanks to Gabzilla. Fourth Wing, not Fourth Wall, totally different things. And I finished the second book in that series today. So I need to look at the third one. Very good series. The first two were available on Kindle Unlimited, so read those, but the next one is apparently not yet. I'm a little disappointed because it sounds like it's supposed to be a 5-book series and only the first 3 are out. I usually try to avoid doing that to myself because otherwise I'm just going to sit around jonesing for the next one. Like I did when a certain wizard book series was all the hotness. Okay.
Say so long.
Yeah, I usually try to avoid that just because I hate waiting. Part of the reason why I kind of hold off on watching popular shows as well. Just because I've had the unfortunate experience, like a lot of people, with watching Firefly, and then it got canceled after 1 season. Thanks for that, Fox.
Good morning to you.
So I try to make sure that things are finished or like guaranteed to be finished before they come out, just because I don't want to wait, and because I want to be able to like sit down and binge it. Because Fourth Wing is very good, you know, and it's not as smutty as you would think it is, like a lot of other books are right now. Like, yeah, there's a little bit there, but it's really not too bad. And then the other thing I'm looking forward to is starting after tonight's update in Fortnite, tomorrow the Star Destroyer bombardment starts, which is cool. I need to figure out what these bottles are. Like, I know I'm getting emeralds out of it, but and it's flagged as a quest item, but I don't know which quest it's for. Yeah, my nice long list of locked quests. And it's like, I'm sure that it's going to be one of those. Like one person is blocking all of them. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, tonight, or after tonight's update, the Star Destroyer orbital bombardment starts tomorrow, which, if you, in random games, there will be a portal that opens up at some point during the game. If it's like the Godzilla event, it'll be toward the beginning of the game, and if you or someone from your team is the first one to make it to this portal and enter it, then your entire team gets to control turbo lasers on a Star Destroyer that is just flying over the island, and you get to blow up anything and everything in its path, including buildings, and if they get in your way, people.
I hope we can talk again soon.
So that starts tomorrow, and then that will lead into the finale event next weekend. So this weekend we'll be playing typical Dreamlight Valley, maybe Paleo. We'll kind of see how I feel whenever we get up and when I finish our grocery run and all that on Saturday morning. We'll spend a couple of hours streaming whatever game I decide to do that day, and then next Wednesday will be a night off because it is Womanize. Hang on, math. 14th anniversary this year. I know when we got married. It's been a little bit. So, before she comes in here and accuses me of forgetting her when we got married. So that will be night off. We're going to go out and we're going to have dinner. We're going to, she wants to hit the Pop Mart vending machine that is available in a mall close to where we live. And then next Wednesday night, starting at 9 o'clock, I need to call and confirm with them. But starting next Wednesday at 9 o'clock in our time zone, I should be able to pick up my Switch 2. So then I'll probably end up streaming at least Thursday night, potentially Thursday and Friday. I'm not sure what yet. It'll more than likely be either the new Mario Kart game, just checking that out, or it'll be, it sounds like there will be some sort of upgrade available for Animal Crossing on the Switch. So from there, I'll determine if I want to transfer my island from my existing one, or if I want to restart. I'll probably transfer my existing, just because I think I have a boatload of gold that I really would not want to give up. If I'm going to be doing something like that, if I'm going to be playing consistently again. Totally one of those two. Sorry, hiccups. Collecting all the fish. And I am in the... I do have a Discord almost set up. It's probably pretty much ready to go. I just have not really felt comfortable actually releasing it to the masses yet. Just because I know that there's a lot of Discord servers and a lot of people, and I don't want anybody to feel like they have to add yet another Discord server pinging them for stuff all the time. Alright, just trying to figure out what I want to sell here and what I want to keep. That's fine. Yeah, so that's definitely something that I am working on as well. Like I said, I want to make sure that A, it's actually ready to be used, and B, that there are enough people here that want to join it. Otherwise, basically everybody that's other than possibly a couple of people, I think everybody else in here I'm already in multiple other Discords with. So we're gonna keep moving around the island here, trying to pick up stuff. Gar is, I want to say, almost. Did not mean to go into Donald's house.
The villagers are depending on you, my friend, so never give up.
Ad break is done in about 15 seconds. Oh, I didn't even think to ask. How was everybody's Memorial Day weekend? I hope everybody was able to get some relaxing time in with friends and or family. Wim and I were out of town. We got to go see... we were celebrating 3 different family birthdays over the weekend. So that was nice. We got to see our nephews that... last time we saw them was Christmas 2018, I believe. Which... definitely been a while. And these are kids that, they live on the East Coast. Good bot, Saribot. I am fully aware that there are people on Twitch that buy viewers, but that ain't me. I welcome any and all actual viewers. I hope that anybody who does join pops in and says hello, and I will always appreciate any time that you choose to spend, whether you choose to lurk or say something. But I am not the type of person who is so worried about numbers that I'm going to pay to have them artificially inflated. Because it's just not worth it. I would rather, if I'm going to do something like that, I would rather get natural, have my viewership increase naturally and do things like, gift sub giveaways and things like that versus spending money on fake viewer numbers. Alright, so Scar is level 9 now. So we're making progress. Coffee beans? Yeah, so we got to see family members that we hadn't seen in a while, which is always nice. Yeah, so we had Jessica's grandmother's 90th birthday that we were celebrating, her dad's 70th birthday, and then one of our nieces was celebrating her 16th birthday this weekend, so it was very nice to get to see all of them. And then our nephews, we have 19, I think a 17 and a 14-year-old. So they are at that point where they're kind of trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives. Our nephews, both of their parents are in the Navy, and then, or were in the Navy, they're not currently. Both of them managed to successfully complete their careers and retire. So, they're kind of trying to figure out what they want to do. A couple of different service options have come up. Navy, Army, Air Force, things like that. So, it's good to get to talk to them and kind of see where their heads were at on all that kind of stuff. They're great kids. Great young adults, actually. Unfortunately, I did not get to see my older brother because he was off doing stuff, but I did get to talk to him. Haven't talked to him in a while, so that was a pleasant experience. He is a teacher, so he's finishing up this first-year teacher, so he's finishing up his first school year. So very, very proud of him for that. Let's sell some stuff here. Yeah.
Oh, good works for me.
Where is Ursula? Don't move. Don't move.
gosh.
Well, you move, Mickey, but
Hello, dear. No. Mm-hmm. Huh. Oh, yes. Have we got a deal?
don't run away. Unfortunately, I have to give you gifts. Purple marsh milkweed. That's that one.
Uh-huh. Ha. Wow. I wish all my friends could see this place.
Okay. There. Another quest for her. Do some quick fishing here because I see a purple circle that I want to know what's in it. I don't recall seeing purple circles in the water before. It's for the event. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, totally forgot to mention. Duh. Paid for our house at TwitchCon today. It's like, what else did I do today? Yeah, so, good day at work. Well, a little frustrating day at work, but stuff outside of my control, which is unfortunate, but I'm handling all the things that are inside my control. But yeah, got that taken care of, so we'll be part of a group that is traveling, some of which are probably lurking right about now, others of which were here earlier and are doing other stuff now, probably Fortnite or something similar.
Hello. Ah.
Fish rolled up in rice. Must have been a kind of sushi roll. Let me see that sushi roll. Some lobster roll, the little rat maybe called sushi too. Lobster, wheat, lemon, butter, and garlic. Sushi and a lobster roll. All right.
Hope you have a bull market day.
Go back to my house, see what I can do. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I have not made or learned the recipe for a lobster roll yet, thankfully. Got a handy dandy wiki that tells me what I need. So it was a lobster. Wheat. Lemon. Butter. Garlic. Alright, so we'll go back to Mother Gothel. Excuse me. Yeah, these characters are all so fast. Like, I wasn't even gone for that long, and she's like halfway across the freaking map. You, come here. I got your food.
Hello.
Give it to her.
What a pleasure.
What took you so long? I was gone for like 3 minutes. A mysterious flower growing near the pillar in the swamp. I hope if I could put the lid on here correctly. Okay. It's a rare flower expert. I wanted to keep it close to protect it, of course, but it didn't really have any effect I was looking for, so here you can have it. If you ever find a use for it, you absolutely must tell me. Don't think that'll be happening, but sure.
Good. Now you'll all
Bring the mysterious flower to Ursula, who is up her. Don't, nope. He's just rude. Well, and the other thing... Yeah, she disappeared again. Right back to where I was. With them, specifically Ursula and Ariel, it would be nice if you click on them, like it would basically hold them in place. Like,
Oh, it's you. Fabulous.
right, basically just like, I'm coming to you, don't move, because they're the ones that really move quickly across the map. This flower contains power that comes from a dark place. Might be able to use it for a little experiment I've been... Oh, you're still here. Well, thanks for the help. Must never say you're welcome. I'll be in touch if something else comes up.
Yes.
All right. Do I have anything else I can give her? Get a better waffles. Mediterranean salad. No.
Someone's on a roll.
Okay. Excuse me. My Sprite is starting to warm up, which means that I need to get some ice at some point, because otherwise it's just... Excuse me. You're gonna make me keep burping in the microphone like that. I'm terribly sorry. I'm trying to mute it, but I know it's not easy. Alright. Nerditude, how you doing, sir? Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. We're just working on some leveling some friendships here in Dreamlight Valley, trying to get through some quests. Doing pretty well. You know, it was a interesting day at work. I found something out that just kind of ticked me off, but kind of, you know, makes me reconsider some of the things that I've been told recently at the office. So that's a little bit frustrating, but other than that, it was a good day. Had a good long weekend with Wim and the family in Las Vegas. Didn't do any gambling, but, you know, it's too expensive. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Here you got to spend some time with, I forget if it was your family or Rudy's family, but either way, spending some time with, yeah, what happens in Vegas stays on the credit card bill. Thankfully, you know, we're spending time with family, and typically when that happens, we kind of get away with not having to spend a whole lot of money. You know, if we're doing something specific, like, you know, gambling or whatever, that part is not funded by the family, but, you know, Airbnb and stuff like that, thankfully the parents are like, look, we'll pay for this, just show up. So, and thankfully, with where we're went to a ball game with family handicap seating is a game changer. I bet they were good seats for family. Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate that you had to, you know, lose a part of your body, but now you get all the good perks of it. Big open space where you could put wheelchairs and folding chairs. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, that's such a good way to handle it. Like, don't sit there and... I mean, you still have legs. You just have foot. No, that's so much wiggle room. Oh. You know, I will honestly say, like, you are, you know, I know it's got to be so frustrating, but you are handling that so well. Like, not everybody can make jokes about stuff like that, and, you know, there's no circumstance in which I'm sure that's an easy thing to deal with, but, you know, the ability to have a sense of humor about it, I'm sure makes it a lot easier for you. Probably drives Rudy a little crazy, because I know that if it were me, it would drive Wim crazy. They never do. You know, I make jokes about my heart stuff, and I get the look. And I typically try to make sure that I scoot away a little bit before I start making jokes like that. Otherwise, I'm going to get hurt. Yeah. Other than that, though, definitely nice to hear that you got to spend some time with family. Hope that went well. We got to see our 3 nephews that we haven't seen since, I want to say it was 2018, so 7 years. Stadium wasn't really full, so I liked it. Yeah, that's always nice. You know, part of my enjoyment of going to large public stuff like that is the people watching, but I like to watch some people, but I don't want to feel like I'm like crowded in there with them and like sitting on top of each other. It was pretty much what we were used to. Yeah, it's you know, May isn't really like the hot weather yet. It's getting up there. Like it was last couple of days in Phoenix have been like high 90s, starting to kind of brush into the hundreds, but it was still manageable. The house that most of the family stayed at was, I mean, it had a pool, it had a hot tub, it had good air conditioning and all that. So, you know, it was definitely manageable. But yeah, we're starting to get to that time of year where it's like, okay, duck and cover until it gets dark outside. You know, we continue to make jokes about, you know, oh, where do we want to move to? You know, the nice thing is that for Wim, it's like she works remotely full time, so Wim works remotely full time, so she can pretty much go wherever at any point. So it's kind of up upon me at the moment to, if we want to go somewhere else, to find a job at the new place. So kind of been dabbling and poking at that to see what we could find. What happens to get there? But Arizona is where Mad Max takes place. It's another 2 to 3 presidential terms of a specific political party, but we're not going to get into that too much. That's how we get there. No water, no food, shit weather. Let's see. Collection, foraging, flowers. I need blue star lilies, which are only in the Forest of Valor. Okay. Yeah. You know, it's frustrating because I work for a nonprofit healthcare organization. I fully respect that and understand that, you know, I'm not going to be making the same amount of money as somebody who works in a fully corporate, you know, button down shirt tucked in all the time, stuffy ass corporate job. I fully recognize that, but at the same time, I knew I was getting screwed before. I got more confirmation of it today. And so thankfully the person that did it is leaving. So I'm kind of hoping that things will get better once they're gone. But that's not until September. So I'm kind of like, waiting it out. But I'm also, you know, I've moved from a kind of passive looking. I always have an eye out for new roles because I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't. Like I will always have an eye out for new jobs because you never know what's going to happen with your current job or what's going to come across with a new job. I could find something amazing. But lately, kind of over the last couple of weeks, I've moved from a slightly more passive look to a little more of an active look. And today really kind of cemented that, like, you know, even if it turns out that I don't end up going anywhere, at least to have the leverage of telling my current company, like, hey, I'm being offered this to go somewhere else. If you'd like to match this number, I will stay. Because other than the person that, you know, I don't really care to work with who is leaving, like it was confirmed that they're leaving. Like, other than them, I really do like my job. Like, I have a lot of freedom to do what I want. you know, I am the top IT person in the company, so I kind of make the rules for IT. You know, I have a lot of freedom. So it's not that I don't like the job. There's just some of the things, some of the aspects of the job that I don't care for. So fixing those would go a long way. So we just kind of have to wait and see what happens now. But yeah, like, you know, we've partially joked, partially seriously looked at moving to kind of your neck of the woods, you know, up into that area, which I certainly wouldn't say no to because you guys actually have, you know, weather. Right. You know, I don't want to be stuck in a dead roll, and I don't want to feel like I'm doing a disservice to myself and Whim, my family, by not looking to improve our situation. I mean, we have a house. I love our house. We have a car. I love our car. We, you know, our lives are not bad, but you always want better. You know, I want to be able to take a vacation without having to nickel and dime the whole thing. Like, you know, I made the joke about gambling in Vegas is too expensive, but it's like, that doesn't mean that I wouldn't like to be able to go and, you know, drop $100 in a slot machine or on a table game. So we'll get there. Okay. It was very interesting. I got because I'm on LinkedIn, and I got an email from a recruiter the other day who was looking for, unfortunately it's volunteer, so it wouldn't, you know, not something where I can up and leave my current job, but they're looking for somebody for an advisory committee for one of the universities around here, so I thought that was interesting. Okay. So we do have the ad break going. We'll come back from that in about just under a minute, and we'll try to find a more constructive topic to discuss. I know it's not always fun hearing people whining about work. All right. I'm going to clean out my bags again.
Good to see you.
Welcome back from that ad break, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. I do like the amount of gold I'm starting to make in game. Trying not to spend it on too many crazy furniture items, but I'm getting to a point where I can. I don't want to do too much though, because I still have a lot of characters to unlock. I'm almost done with Scar leveling. Need to let the Forest of Valor refresh so I can get. I need 2 more Star Lilies for that. And that harvest button. Keep up, Scar. See. Yeah, I want to see where you're at. About halfway through level 9 on Scar. Let's see. Okay. Got this. Alright, let me go ahead and
Good day to you.
15,000 improve this, so
Mark me
that's
words,
fine.
our villain and their riches are soon parted.
Is that coconut ice cream? Because I feel like that's... There's somebody who was looking for that. Don't remember who, but it was somebody. don't know how that worked, that one of these plants managed to not get watered. I did think it was interesting today too. Didn't even think about it until right now. Thought it was interesting that Survivor, which I know not a lot of people still watch, but women I have kind of gotten back into it more recently. We watched the last couple of seasons, but thought it was interesting that they announced the cast for the 50th season, which is kind of a big deal. Like, you know, the show's been on the air for 25 years, fairly consistently, you know, good ratings and stuff like that. It's obviously worth it for CBS if they're still willing to pay out $1 million twice a year to somebody. So the cast for season 50 was announced, and it's actually a pretty good mix of people. They have one person coming back all the way from way back in season 1. So that was super cool. There's like one person from season 1, somebody from season 2 who was really popular. Just a lot of interesting people.
Good to see you. Gosh, look at all the great stuff I got.
Okay. So let's go back to Forest of Valor, see if we can get those last 2 blue star lilies. I think that's one, maybe. No. Okay. the last couple things? What is Scar looking for gifts? Pickled herring and an anglerfish. Alright. Bring it something done, at least in this session. That might finish him off. Pickled herring. Okay, so herring, lemon, onion. This is any spice. I'll go with oregano. Okay. What's the other thing you wanted? Anglerfish. Actions, fish, anglerfish. Forgotten Lands. Okay. Okay. Something to give you. Anglerfish. I have something to give you. Pickled herring.
Ooh.
Gotta go. Okay. Enchanting white pumpkin ring. No, it's a hand ring. I was like, don't tell me that's a toe ring. Okay. Super close.
Hey there!
Holy smokes. Pumpkins sell for 664 star coins each. That's super lucrative.
Ooh, it works for me. Yup.
It's crazy. So crazy it just might work. Sweet. Okay. Alright, Scar. Quest time.
No. Uh-huh.
Teriyaki salmon and gooseberry pie. There should be a cooking thing over here.
Remember, time is money.
Yeah, okay. You have to learn the recipes first. All right. Meet Scar at his cave. All right. grab that. Ding dong. Give Scar the food. Go talk to Merlin.
Over here. We've got to talk. Hmm? Well, outstanding.
Put up some sunbird feeders.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Think that's gonna be where I call it for the night. It's been about 2 hours. Let's see who is streaming what. We are going to check out somebody new this evening. They are also playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. I've not been in their stream before, so let's see how it goes. Let's go check and make sure they're not doing anything too crazy before we get over there. You know what? No, it actually sounds like they... Looks like they might be wrapping up as well, so... Let's see... Let's check out... Sorry, I'm trying to find somebody who is going to... Yeah, okay. You know, we're not having a good time finding somebody to read to tonight. Yeah, I'm trying to break it up a little bit here, but yeah. Yeah, we're not doing anybody that says Treasure Islands. You know what? We are assuming it'll let me. We are going to, like I said, assuming it'll let me, we're going to pop over and we're going to say hello to Frozen Desire. She's been streaming for about half an hour, so just kind of getting rolling with the Paleas. So we'll pop over there, we'll say hello, we'll see how they're doing this evening, and thank you everybody for coming by. I greatly appreciate it as always. Thank you for the subs, bits, hanging out, lurking. Like I said, so current schedule as it stands is we will be live Saturday, and then not be live next Wednesday, and then gonna be playing new Switch games or playing games on the new Switch next week. Which games are to be determined, but I'm gonna try and get us out of here before this raid break starts. So feel free to copy the appropriate raid message. They are in the chat. And never mind. Her settings don't let me. Okay. You know what? We're just going to call it. So thank you everybody for coming by. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. And thank you so much for coming by, and we will talk to you later.